Winning in the playoffs requires as much luck as it does skill. This play could have sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. Sean McVay called it a fortuitous bust, and in today's video, I'm going to explain to you why he's 100% right. I'm Andrew Weidinger. I was a member of coaching staffs in the NFL for 11 seasons. Do me a favor, if you like this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons. I never did that. Now I realize how important it is to the people who make these videos. If you like having a former NFL coach explain how works to you for free, it's pretty easy. Hit those buttons and I can keep doing it. Okay, we're going to start with the defensive side. So here the Seahawks have 7 guys on the line of scrimmage and they're playing cover 0. Man coverage with 0 help defenders, hence cover 0. These 7 guys are blitzers. Now they're going to pop 2 guys out of the blitz based on the slide of the line, and the line is going to slide to the right. And so you're going to see this defensive tackle and this defensive end are going to pop out of the blitz. They know that the line is coming to them, that they're going to get blocked, and that they don't actually need to bring all 7, that they're going to get a free runner anyways. Now, I don't know exactly what they tell these guys who drop out, but they've got vision on the quarterback, and they're trying to get in the way of in-breaking routes. Now, in this cover 0, if the back leaves and you're going to see him run what looks like a rail route on this play, the end man on the line of scrimmage has to also leave the blitz and cover him. So from behind, let's start here on this side. We've got the 2 rushers, and we're going to see the line is going to slide to the right. They're going to rip this thing here, and they're going to squeeze these 2 inside gaps on the backside. And you see 58 drops out, 99 steps forward, sees the guard coming to him, and he is dropping out as well. So these 2 guys are now wasted. The center is here, the guard is here, the tackle is here, and they've got 2 free runners coming off that edge. The idea being, if the back is part of the blocking scheme, he'll take 1, and then the other guy is the free runner. And in this case, when he leaves, 20 is going to cover him, and 0 is going to continue untouched into Matthew Stafford's face mask. Now we let it play, 0 drops out, Stafford has to get through his progression, tries to throw it to his tight end, incomplete. This style of 0 blitz, very popular this season. Just 1 month earlier, Seahawks on offense against the Rams, Darnold under duress throws the interception to the dropping defensive lineman in the low red zone. From behind now, you'll see the Rams have 6 guys on the line of scrimmage. This is an empty set, no running back in the backfield. Instead of 7, now they have 6. The guy who had the running back, number 20 in our original look, now that running back, let's say he's in Cooper Kupp's spot, so he is lined up there. Seahawks going to send the line to the right. Right tackle going for that edge, defensive tackle, nose tackle, and the squeeze happening here on the offense's left. See, as this nose gets engaged by the center, he says, okay, I'm no longer a rusher. I turn into a dropper, and I'm trying to get into the window. And this edge rusher, as he feels the tackle set to him, says, okay, I'm no longer a rusher. I'm dropping. Well, that leaves this defensive end scot-free screaming off the edge. And you'll see this pressure gets into Darnold's face and is ultimately what causes this interception. He's got the right idea. He does not have the time. Ends up getting that ball picked off. Great hands by the defensive tackle. Okay, back to the original play now. You'll see they motion the tight end out. He's going to run stick nod. Nacua has a return. This is the backside of the concept receiver running a fade, not really part of the play. And it looks like Kyren Williams is running a rail or wheel route out of the backfield, but that's not what they're actually doing right here. And Davante Adams is the clue. You'll see he stems down, pushes vertical, and rolls out on the bench. Well, against this blitz look, if they were running the rail, they would want to run it like the Seahawks do right here. So take a look at Cooper Kupp. He is going to be working to help the rail route. Bringing Kenneth Walker out of the backfield, Kupp sees that everybody is up on the line of scrimmage, very similar to the look that we're seeing the Seahawks giving to the Rams, and he knows that this guy on the edge is the guy who's going to peel on the running back. So he comes down, hits him, takes advantage of the 1-yard rule in the NFL. Receivers can make contact within 1 yard of the line of scrimmage, and there is no penalty. Kupp understands this, comes down, gives that guy a whack, and they're able to free up the running back on the rail. So if it's not rail, what is it? Well, it's choice. And choice is a concept that the Rams love in the red zone. You'll see here we've got our stick nod by the tight end. We've got the return route by Nacua, fade route on the outside, Adams running that bench, and the back free releasing out of the backfield on choice. Your options: hook up, run in, run out. Now this is a little janky look at choice because the back has to come inside this defensive end, but the backer overplays him to the outside, catch and run in the end zone for the touchdown. This just 2 weeks prior in the playoffs. One more look at it here. Kyren Williams, foot in the ground, breaks the inside. Well executed. And the Rams had already shown their best version of choice earlier in this game, putting Puka Nacua in the backfield, splitting the running back out in their 13 personnel right here. You'll see Nacua going to short motion. He's the choice runner coming out of the backfield. Parkinson doing the same thing that Adams is doing, working down to the alley, going vertical, trying to help free him up. And the adjustment that the Seahawks have made, because this is the second time they ran it in the game, they're going to take this defensive end and they're going to do what's called chuck him. They're going to blast him on his way out of the backfield to slow him down. And because of this adjustment, now their number one receiver, Nacua, they can't go to that option. The Seahawks have solved that problem. They have the answer. We've got to go back to the Kyren Williams choice. So that brings us all the way back to the original play. What is the fortuitous bust? And it's Demarcus Lawrence right here. So we've established its choice. Back is coming out of the backfield. End man in this cover 0 has to peel and cover the back. That's number 20. We've established the line is sliding to the right. That's going to bring the right tackle down into this B gap. He has the rusher in that gap. And that's going to bring Demarcus Lawrence untouched straight into the quarterback's face, just like we saw the Rams running this same exact blitz against the Seahawks earlier in the season. Well, take a look at Lawrence on this rep. He also peels on the back, and it's a good thing that he does. He busts, but it's a good thing that he does. It is very fortuitous that he does, because you can see number 20 is beat. Kyren Williams right here is past him. 20 is in a chase. Kyren Williams is smart enough and good enough as a choice runner to say, this is where I'm going to be open. I know Adams is running to the same spot, but Stafford is good enough to adjust and put it on him quick enough. But number 0 right here, right in the window. That's the upside. It takes away the primary receiver. The downside is now Stafford has literally all day in the pocket, the guy who's supposed to be unblocked, coming to take his head off, no longer rushing. Had Stafford found somebody in that end zone, I don't think everybody would be quite as jacked about this fortuitous bust on the Seahawks side of things. But that's football. Sometimes you've got to adjust and go make a play. Fortuitous bust.